Hello, my dog. My spooky minions. Welcome back to the Dark Void, which is ruled by me, Nightwolf51 with a K. And why am I talking like this? Well, it's All Hallows Eve, Halloween, which is also my birthday. And yeah, that's it. And also my birthday. I'm not telling you guys my age. Just to let you guys know. Sorry. And yes, we are. And today, I was planning to do something special, and the special thing is that I recently, well, last week, I finished Overlord season 3. I've watched all the seasons, and I decided, and it's been kicking around in my head for the past week. I think it's the past week. That about what's going on about the seasons, and well, potentially where we're gonna head off next. Which I decided, do you want to make a Halloween special about me theorizing where Overlord season 4 is headed, which was just announced. I can't remember. I think a few months back. So that's what's going to be the theory is, and this is your treat, and your trick or treat. And what I'm talking about is that I'm going to be telling you about all the characters here involved in this theory. And just let you know, this is all coming from the top of my head, so I may have forgotten some things here. So there's your trick. You get the treat of me telling you, and you get the trick of me barely remembering anything. And also, there's gonna be another thing about a recruiting process that might happen in the next season, since the third season ended like that as well. Now let's get started. Now, just to let you know, I'm going to be describing some of these characters, so you're going to have to figure this out. And just to let you know, I have no idea if somebody theorized something like this before, or if there's possibly a recent theory that came out. So if somebody made a theory like this, let me know down in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to let you guys know. And yeah, because I have no idea what's happening here. Now, to start this off, what happened in the season is, where my theory is going to start, is that it's going to be involving the second and third season. Possibly the first season if I start remembering certain things here. But here is where it starts. If you can remember what happened in the second season, there is a certain scythe-wielding psycho in the first episode, I think, that reveals that could be revealing here. And the way I'm talking about is that, remember how she acted, how she was thinking about who this Ainzu Gon is. For all I know, it could have been Momon, but I'm going to say Ainzu Gon for Ainzu Go, I think it was in. Yeah, for this theory. Basically, she wants to have a kid here. She is trying to find the most strongest person, or in this case, some strongest monster at this point, to have a kid with, because she only wants the strongest of the strong that could beat her and to have a kid with. Now, the reason why I say her and why I say the potential of us moving forward here into the next destination, I believe, is that we are going to be facing her or the Empire she is fighting alongside. So technically speaking, yeah, that's basically where you might be heading. That's where my part of the theory begins. Or we could just be facing her on her own. She decides just to go investigate with a small group, or just her. And the reason why I say that, and why you're saying, why is this significant, is because if you look on the third season at how it begins, if you remember Albedo, some of these characters' names I'm just going to remember because they're so freaking memorable. Just to let you guys know, Albedo, she does the exact same thing. In their day off in the first episode, I think, of the third season, basically, they were having a day off where we found out that Albedo is actually a pure maiden. I know. Weird. She's a succubus. Also, I have no idea if the Psycho is also a pure maiden. Who knows? Maybe she is. Or not. I don't know. But what is very telling here is that Albedo does the exact same action as the Psycho, where she wants to have a kid with Lord Ainzu Gon. And this is where the theory keeps getting kicked up here. Just to let you know. where we're headed here, and possibly heading with against this girl. Now we continue on close to the end of the series, which is basically the final episode, where Albedo says this one very telling thing. She says that with Demiurge, when they're walking to the throne room of Iranto, I think, basically saying, talking to each other, that they will serve Ainzu Gon, I think it is. Basically, basically talking to each other, saying they will continue, and they were basically impressed by the plans, quotation marks. Yeah, of course, we both know that he's being thrown in here. And they're basically impressed by the plans he made, and by talking to each other. And under her voice, she says that hopefully she wants to be his lover. See that? That is very telling, and the potential of us going against this empire, that this scythe-wielding psycho, one-eyed, I think she's one-eyed, we might face a Goth against her. That is my theory. Now, this is what I was thinking. She wants to fight against Ainzun Gon, but I don't remember the name, but we'll deal with it. I'm gonna keep calling him now. That I have another part of this theory is that it's not going to be Lord Ainz is going to be fighting against her. It's actually going to be Albedo, because remember, if my theory is correct, I'm not saying it is. For all I know, this could all be wrong. That if this girl decides to go hunt Ainz down to try to see if he could beat her to have a kid with him, then Albedo will more likely go off to fight her. To face her and to fight her, because she's not about to let another woman. She's already got Shaltir to deal with. She's not about to let this new girl come in and decide to freaking fight against Ainz and risk and basically have a kid with him. She's not about it. Even though Albedo knows she can fight against her, she's not about to take that chance. Which is why I'm thinking that it's going to be Albedo and her facing each other, not Ainz and her. But that's just what my theory is. Now, to think of this about more, is that the potential is there. Now, the real question is will it really be against Albedo? Hold on, I'll be back. I've got to do something. Sorry about that, guys. I needed to put a sign on my door to let people know I'm recording. Now, like I said, it could be Albedo and this psycho-wielding nut job that's going to be fighting here instead of Ainz. But that's what I think my theory is. But who knows? It might actually be Lord Ainz facing against her. Or possibly the Empire, if my theory is correct. Like I said, I'm only basing this off of 3 things here. The girl, the psycho, talking about how she wants to have a kid and having a power. Oh wait, no, I forgot. There's another part that I forgot. See, it's starting. That there's also 4 things. Remember how she said she wants a strong person? Well, remember how that blonde-haired dude that made an alliance with him said that he could use as much power as he wants? And he thought it was actually 30,000 and he wouldn't be surprised. Look on his face. Egg on his face. Remember, Lord Ainz used his ended the guys on the battlefield. 70,000 people fell on the floor, summoning 4 goat monsters, which basically deems him a very powerful sorcerer. Which means, like I said, this will entice this psycho to come and don't you dare take this out of context, alright? What am I talking about? You guys will anyway. Now, back to this. Yes, which may mean that she will be enticed to go and search out Lord Ainz. And just let you know that half of the country is going to be destroyed at this point because these two are going to be fighting each other. But like I said, if my theory is proven correct, maybe, I'm not saying it is correct, but it may be that this girl, on her own, may go to either Rantel or to Nazarick to face off against Ainz, which will be stopped by Albedo. And they will both fight each other, possibly to the death, unless, this I'll let you know before. Sorry, after this. Yes, to the death, maybe. But that is what my theory is. But if it is wrong, if she may face off against Lord Ainz himself. And of course, he does the PvP thing, which he gets what he wants. But that's what if my theory is true. For all I know, this entire theory could be wrong. And I'm basing this off of 4 things I saw from the 2nd season and to the 3rd season. I have no idea if there's anything in the 1st season. Heck, probably there's something in the 1st season. Oh, wait, there was. There was the point in time where in the 1st season, the 1st episode or 2nd episode, where there was a spell over the battlefield. They were looking at this empire was looking upon the battlefield where Lord Ainz made his appearance against angels and all that, which is what informed the captain of that squad. I don't remember who that guy is, who was talking to the psycho lady about this, but who is the strongest person. You didn't hear that. So, yeah, like I said, you're going to be hearing this trick-or-treat people. You're going to be hearing me changing this theory as much as possible. So the first, because I'm basing this off 5 theories, 5 different things. The battlefield that Lord Ainz appears on. The first episode, the 2nd season, where she, where she rubs her belly saying she wants to find a strong opponent. The 3rd season, where on the 1st episode, where Beto does the exact same thing, and she wants a kid as well. And the final one, I think it's 5 things, 4 probably, and the final one, where Lord Ainz, and the 4th one, where Lord Ainz shows off his power to everyone, which basically he wants to do that to announce everyone. And finally, where Beto says he wants to become his lover. Those are basically the 5 things I've seen throughout this series so far. And just to let you know, if you're a manga reader, don't spoil anything. I haven't read the manga. This is all based on the anime I've watched. Alright, guys? So, any anime watchers, just take this with a grain of salt. Manga readers, please, don't spoil it for everyone. Because I really am interested here. So, where we're headed off could be against wherever empire this girl is based at. Or they may go and attack Lord Ainz to see how powerful he is. And who knows, considering how this is, there may be a player among them, because we see how much the episode, the 2nd season, of Rubik's Cube and the dragon, who is basically Lord Makarov as a dragon form, basically announced that, well, what was it? Basically announced that, basically Yggdrasil here. So, who knows what happens? Well, that's basically about it for my theory. If you guys have any other theories to possibly, or to debunk my theories as well, let me know now in the comments, because I would really like to hear you guys' version. Let me know if I'm wrong, let me know if it's correct, let me know there's a possibility, and let me know of your theories where we're headed off to next for the 4th season. I'm very interested where we're going. Now, here's the next part of this video, of this Halloween special. Where we're headed, where the possible recruits that Lord Ainz is going to be getting. Now, just to let you know, I'm only getting recruits that are on the human side, not any of the monster side, because obviously Lord Ainz is going to claim them immediately. He's already claimed the lizards, and if there's any other races, and I guess the trolls, he's already done it as well, and also the Naga one. And also the Goblin Army, if he can keep that blonde-haired girl under his command. Like I said, I don't remember some of the names I've forgotten. Some of the names I'm intentionally forgetting. So, you guys are going to have to figure this one out. I'm not planning to tell you anything. Now, where we're thinking of here is that with the potential recruits, like I said, I'm only talking about the human factions. The ones who basically are more resistant to this. The monster faction, well, you can easily take them down. So any races among the monster faction are not, and also possibly mystical, and also the some humanoid factions like the dwarves and elves, dark elves, anything. The monster faction and some other factions that are not on the human side. All right. Now, the potential recruits I see here Just to let you know, I'm gonna try to remember some of these guys. That you remembered how Lord Ainz tried to recruit Lord Gazif. He tried to recruit him, but Lord Gazif would rather die fighting than work for Lord Ainz. Which is very telling, which means the potential of next season, Lord Ainz is going to start trying to recruit certain humans under his command. And he's already gotten the wizard under his command. And now he's gotten, and unfortunately he didn't get Gazif, which is unfortunate. He'd rather die on the ground than to be serving under as a warrior. He'd rather die on the command of his people. Now, here are the potential recruits that I've seen throughout the third season. As I said, the third season. There is no potential recruits of the first season that we've seen. There's no potential recruits of the second season that we've seen. But the recruits of the third season is what we saw. What I saw. The first potential one is the Scythe-wielding Psycho. Yes, that's right. The Scythe-wielding Psycho could be a potential recruit because of how she is. Remember how the theory is that we may be facing her, and it could be Albedo facing her to the death? And I also said that possibly, but there's also a possibility that it might, Lord Ainz will actually stop the battle and try to recruit her under his command. Which also may bring about a whole problem for him, because he would have to deal with two girls trying to get him that want his freaking kid. But in reality speaking, let's continue on. Basically, he can recruit her under his command, effectively taking her away from the Empire. And if he uses the bargaining chip of basically giving her whatever she wanted, yeah, the potential of her recruiting her is actually very high. Just to let you know, just because it's very high doesn't mean there's a possibility of her not taking the deal. If she does take this deal, Lord Ainz will have a very powerful ally under his command. If not, if she doesn't take the deal, then she will just continue going after him, trying to get his get his kid from him, with Albedo trying to end her life at that point. But the possibility is there for this one-eyed psycho girl to basically join the faction. Very high. The next character I believe may have the possibility of joining is this blonde-haired knight dude. This blonde-haired dude who, not the blonde hair who basically is the smart one with the 4 knights, but the blonde hair who basically loves his child so much that basically his wife is just basically doesn't even care about, and just basically treats awfully. Yeah, he's not that memorable, so I'm not gonna remember his name. But the potential of him joining is actually good here, because remember, Lord Ainz is about trying to get certain people on this command, and there are some others he can use bargaining chips in order to get them. For this bargain, he can use the sun against him. Now, like I said, it's a 50-50 shot that he will betray his people, and to fight alongside Lord Ainz. But if he uses the sun, the potential skyrockets. Basically, the 50-50 here is that if he takes the deal, if he uses the kid, the potential is high for him to join. If he doesn't use the kid, but the potential is high for him to reject. But there's also still that potential that he may actually refuse anyway, but it's still high, and he's still possible recruit to join his side if he uses the sun. Yeah, like I said, you could be making a lot of theories just by the way I'm talking right here. Now, let's move on to the next character, the potential of joining. The princess, Miss Joker Smile, who is creepy beyond belief. Basically, she has a really high potential to join Lord Ainz, because remember, she has an obsession of being with her knight in shining armor. And if Lord Ainz can use that against her, and saying that if she joins his side, she will be able to have him without having to be dealing with the stigma of, basically the people will not accept a lowly castaway that he was to be her husband. Which, like I say, the potential is high for her to join because she would do anything to get with this knight in shining armor. You'll know it when you see the anime. She will do whatever it takes. So, like I said, the potential is high for her to join. And the potential is high for him to join her alongside Ainz as well. Because remember, he would do anything to protect her. Do whatever it takes to protect her. So, but that doesn't mean she won't take the deal, and he might betray her and not even bother joining. So, that's my possible recruits on them. Who knows? Brain, obviously, will not fight against him. And I can also will fight alongside him. Now, also, there's also the potential, I can also tell you who they are going to be fighting. Sebes is going to be fighting the Knight, and Brain is going to be fighting against Sheltier. Now, we're going to be seeing how these next season is. That is going to be very interesting, since now Brain has the weapon that can penetrate any metal. Now, let's continue on. Next, and just to let you know, the blonde dude is not part of this because he's part of the Alliance, but I am going to include him because the potential is there for him to be crack. He's trying to unite these other lands against it, but the way Lord Ainz is doing to show his power off, literally, if you remember, he's starting to crack. He's starting to realize that is this guy really that powerful? He wants people to realize that he is a very powerful being, to make an alliance with him. The downside is, I think he unintentionally gave the enemy the recruiting, the fear that Lord Ainz wants. He's starting to crack and I think he's starting to realize that he just make a really big miscalculation here. And if he starts cracking even sooner, he might even decide that there's all hope is lost and join Lord Ainz's side. Basically, effectively having his entire kingdom join the faction of Lord Ainz, because there is no possible way he can fight against the Sorcerer King. Now, that's about it. That's if he joins. But that's only if he cracks him so much that he loses it and starts joining him, or basically just attacks him. Now, moving him aside, there's also potential that one of his soldiers, his 4 knights, will join Lord Ainz. There's one blonde-haired girl that I'm interested here. All the 3 are basically mostly loyal. Possibly one more that guy is starting to scare because he was on the front lines. Who knows? He may join as well. But considering how he is, he may actually not join out of fear. Now, for the blonde-haired girl, if you remember how she is, she has that missing eye here. She has that missing eye that I think it's missing because she used a napkin to cloth to wipe that part off. Here's the thing the Lord Ainz can do. If he can give a gift, this girl a new eye, which he can plant a spy thing in it, that he can give her the eye as a gift so that she can use both her eyes. And this is where her recruiting process will begin. She will have to decide whether or not she will serve Lord Ainz or continue serving her lord, the blonde-haired dude. Now, this is where the theory comes. This is where the recruiting process is. She has 2 choices. She either accepts the gift and joins Lord Ainz because she basically sees Lord Ainz as a benevolent person, or someone more powerful to able to give her that eye. Or she will have to stab that eye out and to prove her loyalty to her master, that she will not betray him. That is where the kicker is. But that is if Lord Ainz gives her an eye, which, considering how it is, may be possible in the next season. Now, the reason why I'm saying she's a possible recruit is because how she acted when they went and saw the Death Knights. I think is it. I don't even know. No, I'm talking about Monster from Monster Hunter. What the heck am I talking about? Now, remember how she acted? Her master said that she said, "Is it a master?" She said, "Hey, you said it was alright to run away. If it was necessary, but you will never be you will be disowned as one of my knights." And here's the thing: how she looked in her face. She was actually thinking of deserting which means there's a potential that she might betray him. That's the potential. I'm only basing it off that point. And after the battle, she may have second thoughts of joining with Lord Ainz instead of remaining as her master's knight, especially after the battle. Now, that's all if she decides to betray him. And if she was scared enough to run away. And also the possibility of Lord Ainz giving her the eye. That is also a very big possibility as well. And there as well. Now the real question is, will she betray him? That is very big 50-50 right there. Because she could either betray her master or join Lord Ainz. But we'll see in the next season. And who knows, there may be maybe even more potential recruits in the next season. Especially now since he took Arantel, the potential recruiting process to see who will join his side is about to begin. For all I know, some of these characters that I talk about may not even be in the recruiting process. But the fact is there. For all I know, there'll be even more characters that I missed here that could have potential here. Who knows? But for right now, that's about it. And I hope in the next season we have more races to recruit under his command. But for now, hopefully you enjoyed this Halloween special of my theory of where we're going to next, and the new recruits that are possibly going to be joining Lord Ainz. Yeah. And that's about it. If you have any theories about where we're headed, or potential recruits and theories of whether or not they will join, or even recruits that didn't even realize could be potential here, let me know down in the comments. And just remember, all these recruits are talking from the human faction, not from the other races, the potential new races appearing, because obviously Lord Ainz will take them over immediately and have them join. But if there's regular elves on here, if there's dark elves here, regular elves, they may be even potential recruits there. But we'll see. Let's see. Yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Like or subscribe down below. Comment down below if you enjoyed today's Halloween special. And also, yes, happy birthday to me. I just need to say that. And subscribe, like, press the bell next to the subscribe button to be notified whenever my videos come up. And what else? And also share my video so we can spread this theory around. We need to, and because I would really like it so people would give their own theories. And that's about it. And yeah, I got nothing left. Let me know down in the comments. Now, my spooky minions, happy Halloween!